Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I am Nik Afirah Faten, wishing all of you a happy Eid Mubarak. Today I would like to invite Miss Safa, our Managerial Economics expert, to explain further about how demand works in the economy.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Safa. The first thing you have to understand about demand is that the law of demand, which says there is an inverse relationship between the price and the quantity demanded. That means if the price goes up, the quantity demanded decreases, and if the price goes down, the quantity demanded increases. So take a look at this demand schedule. As you can see, if the price goes down, the quantity demanded increases. If the price goes down from 4, 3, 2, and 1, the quantity demanded increases. Now, if you plot these points into graph, you're gonna get a demand curve which looks like this. It's a downward sloping curve which shows the law of demand. Now, there are three reasons why the demand curve is downward sloping. It's a reason for the law of demand: substitution effect, income effect, and the law of diminishing marginal utility. Substitution effect says that if the price goes down for chicken, people are going to buy more chicken because they are going to move away from other products that are now more relatively expensive. So instead of buying beef, people are going to turn around and go buy more chicken. Now that goes the other way. If the price of the chicken goes up, people will look for other alternative or other products like beef. Now the income effect says that if the price goes down, people buy more chicken because their purchasing power has increased. So if you go to the store and you find that the chicken is on sale, 1 kg of chicken is cost 10 ringgit, then you will buy more. This goes the other way around, of course. If the price of chicken goes up, people will buy less and less chicken because their purchasing power has decreased. And the third reason for the law of demand is something called the law of diminishing marginal utility. The law says that as you consume anything like chicken, the additional satisfaction you're going to get is going to start eventually decrease. The law says that eventually each addition of chicken that you consume is going to give you less and less additional utility. The concept explains the law of demand and the shape of the demand curve because they get people to buy more quantities of the chicken. The price has to go lower because they get less and less additional satisfactions. That's all from me. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Miss Safa, for delightful sharing. And of course, during a celebration season, like Aidilfitri, people will consume more of food supply, such as chicken, to have a feast with their beloved ones, as it has become a part of the tradition. Some popular cuisines that use chicken as the main ingredient during Eid celebration are rendang, satay, chicken curry, and many more. This shows that people will list down chicken as their top buying list in order to cook these meals. However, consumers should be frugal in spending and always plan when they want to purchase something because with the purchasing power that one possesses, it will affect other buyers unable to buy high demand products like chicken. Sufficient amount of chicken supply has been confirmed by the Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry even after the upcoming Hari Raya Aidilfitri celebration, as the minister said they has approached the chicken suppliers to make sure that there will be enough supply of the product. The next person that I would kindly request the presence of Ms. Nitamanee to disclose the concept of supply. Please welcome.
Hi, I'm Nitamanee speaking. For the supply, when we talk about the supply, many people think of the low supply first. This explains the behavior of the manufacturer in the pursuit of the maximum profit. The law of the supply says the quantity of product of the manufacturer is willing to sell for a certain period of time depend on the price of the product. Or in the other word, when the price of the product goes up, the quantity of supply also goes up, and when the product price goes down, the quantity supply also goes down. So from the news, it showed that change in the supply line will move up due to the increase in the supply of the chickens and service during the Eid celebration. Will the chicken price have not changed? For the first of reason, the key of the factor causing the changing supply curve in the competition between producer or seller in a highly competitive economic and service in the money market. Therefore, there is a sufficient quantity and service of the chicken in a high quantity. And then for the second factor that has changed the supply curve is due to the advancement of the technology in society today. As a result, chicken production system are faster and more efficient in the produce the product and the service in the largest quantity.
Hi, this is Narisa speaking. Since there is a high demand for chicken during Ramadan and ahead of the Hari Raya celebration, people consuming more chicken for cooking purpose. If we think in economic terms, it is a fundamental economic principle that the price will rise when demand exceeds the quantity of supply. As a result, the price of the chicken will increase in this scenario. The government could intervene in the market to keep the price from becoming prohibitively expensive. As a result, the government resolve and control the situation by establishing a maximum price control scheme or price ceiling in order to make the chicken price affordable to the consumer. The ceiling price is the maximum price that the seller allowed to charge for the product and services. Normally, the price will determine where the quantity of demand equal to the quantity of supply, in a condition known as the market equilibrium. As shown in the graph, when the government set the selling price, the price will fall below the market equilibrium, and the consumer will benefit from that. However, because of the price ceiling, it may cause a shortage if the demand exceeds the supply. Due to people demand more and more, but the price keep decrease. According to the first rule of economics, you do not get something for nothing, and everything have an opportunity cost. If the price of chicken is lower than the market equilibrium, they tend to also end up with the lower of the quality of chicken too.
Hi, this is Amylia speaking. From the news, we can also extract other managerial economic concepts like price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand is the measurement of the change in consumption of a product in relation to a change in its price. But since the price of the chicken gives effect to the buying behavior of the consumer, the most suitable price elasticity of demand concept to suit this scenario is own price elasticity of demand. Own price elasticity of demand measures the responsiveness of a percentage change in the quantity demanded of one good to a percentage change in its own price. This shows the responsiveness of the quantity demanded to a change in price. Since no proper data is given in the news, we cannot count the own price of elasticity, but we can conclude that the demand for the chicken is elastic because the consumer are being very sensitive to the changes in price. The interpretation of price elasticity of demand stated that a 1% increase in price will lead to a drop in quantity demanded of more than 1%. Meaning said that if the price is slightly increased, there will be a big decrease in quantity demanded. There are few reasons why we said that chicken is said to be elastic. The first one is because there is an availability of substitute goods. In this context, if the price of chicken is increasing, consumer can switch to other substitute goods like fish or meat. The availability of the substitute goods makes the demand more elastic. Next factor is the expenditure share of the consumer budget. Chicken represents a big part of the consumer budget, which means that even a significant increase in price is likely to have a big effect on demand. The bigger the share of an item in one's budget, the more price elasticity of demand is likely to be.